Coming up on First at 4, the jury in Hunter Biden's gun trial reaches a verdict, what it means for the president's son. And police are investigating a possible animal attack leading to one woman's death in Letcher County. What we know about the incident.
Well, today's the last day with temperatures in the 70s as the warming trend begins tomorrow. We'll talk about that in the First Alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, a jury has found Hunter Biden guilty on 3 felony gun charges. Jurors came to their decision after deliberating for only about 3 hours. CBS's Nicole Skanga is outside the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware with the latest.
Now a convicted felon, Hunter Biden left the courthouse after the jury found him guilty on 3 counts of possessing a gun while being a drug user and making false statements about his drug use when buying the gun.
No one in this country is above the law. Everyone must be accountable for their actions, even this defendant.
During 6 days of testimony, the jury heard from a parade of witnesses, including members of the Biden family. Jurors also heard audio excerpts from Hunter Biden's memoir.
I used my superpower, finding crack anytime, anywhere.
Biden's defense told the jury he considered himself in recovery and no longer a drug user when he bought the firearm.
Hunter Biden obviously wanted to avoid this moment. He is facing prison time. I don't think that he will face the maximum of 25 years. I don't think the prosecution's going to ask for the maximum of 25 years.
The jury, made up of 6 men and 6 women, did not ever hear directly from Hunter Biden. He chose not to take the stand. Hunter Biden's wife, the First Lady, and other relatives were fixtures in the courtroom, showing up to support him. In closing arguments, the prosecution urged the jury to ignore them and the media, adding, "People sitting in the gallery are not evidence." After the verdict, President Biden released a statement saying he loves his son and he will accept the outcome of the case and respect the judicial process. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
No sentencing date has been set yet, and Hunter Biden's team is expected to appeal. We'll have more about this in our next half hour when we talk to WYMT White House correspondent John Decker. Hours after Hunter Biden was found guilty on gun charges, President Joe Biden spoke at a gun violence prevention conference. Everytown for Gun Safety's Gun Sense University is an annual conference bringing together gun violence survivors, volunteers, and advocates for training on organizing efforts in Washington, D.C. The president says he wants to ban assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and he wants to require background checks for all gun sales.
Many of you who have lost someone to gun violence, it's been a passion of mine for a long, long time. It's a reason way back, a long time ago, I authored the Violence Against Women Act, which no one thought made any sense at the time. I had a lot of trouble getting people to think we could make a difference.
President Biden thanked Everytown and all the leaders and advocates for the dedication to the issue and all the survivors, veterans, families, and moms that have turned their pain and purpose into a purpose. The families of the 19 students and 2 teachers who were killed at Uvalde Elementary School 2 years ago announced new legal action, this time against FedEx and UPS. FedEx is accused of shipping the AR-15 style rifle the shooter used in his rampage and delivering it to a gun store, as well as not verifying the buyer's age. The lawsuit also claims UPS aided in the illegal sale of a trigger system, saying it failed to screen the package before it was sent. The families are seeking unspecified damages from both companies. Violent crime continues to fall in the United States. Yesterday, the FBI revealed violent crime is down more than 15% during the first 3 months of the year compared to the same period last year. The number of murders dropped by more than 26%, and sexual assaults were down 25%. Experts believe that trend will continue, and the murder rate could have the biggest drop year to year ever.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of cloud cover out there at this hour. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine again today. Temperatures are in the 70s. There's a live look at our tower cam here in Hazard at the station. You can see plenty of sunshine out there. We're sitting at 70 degrees at the station. 69 is the current temperature in Jackson. Prestonsburg 71, 77 in Harlan, 79 over towards the Jonesville area. Middlesboro checking in with 77 degrees. All is quiet on live pinpoint Doppler radar. This is going to get a break again as we go into the next several days as high pressure is in control. We'll see temperatures staying in the 70s as we go throughout the afternoon and early evening hours. We'll drop down to 61 by 1 a.m., mid-50s by the 5 o'clock hour. Now coming up in the first alert forecast, I hope you enjoyed this nice stretch of below normal temperatures because there's a change starting tomorrow. I'll tell you exactly what that change is in a few minutes. Steve, over to you.
All right, Eric, thanks. Kentucky State Police continue to investigate a possible deadly animal attack in Letcher County. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox joins us now with more on what we've learned today. Chandler.
Police received a 911 call about a potential death here in Jeremiah on Sunday. Police found a woman dead over an embankment on Doty Creek. The woman was identified as Trina Sandlin, a 57-year-old who they said lived here in Jeremiah. Trooper Matt Gayhart says Sandlin was said to be going to a neighbor's home but did not return.
The female had left her residence to go to a neighboring residence just up the road, and family members got concerned when she did not return, so they went out looking for her and actually located her over an embankment.
Gayhart says Sandlin's injuries were consistent with those of an animal attack. I will have further details from Gayhart about the incident at 6. In Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Trooper Matt Gayhart says no foul play is suspected at this time. Sandlin's body was taken to a medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. Coming up on First at 4, Boeing sales continue to struggle amid safety concerns. That story straight ahead.
And temperatures are going to go back into the 80s as we go into the day on Wednesday, but it doesn't stop there. I'll have the first alert forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.